All right, let's call the meeting to order. City of Washington Common Council meeting, March 27th, 2023, 6:30 p.m. First thing, we have a moment of silence for our veterans, please. Okay, thank you. Pledge of allegiance, please.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Councilman Lunsford, absent. Councilman Brown,
Here.
Councilman Grass.
Here.
Councilman Campton.
Here.
Councilman Emmons,
Here.
Councilman Dahl,
Here.
Councilman Showalter.
Here.
Okay, very good. Approval of the minutes of the March 13th, 2023 regular meeting. In front of you tonight, any questions or concerns about the minutes?
Make a motion to approve.
Councilman Grass makes a motion to approve the minutes as written.
Second.
Second by Councilman Brown, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you. Written presentation of the claims tonight in front of you. Any questions, concerns about the claims tonight?
The VS engineering for the center section, are they just redoing things or?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just, now we're getting ready for October.
Okay.
And, I mean, there's always gonna be some things keep coming through as we get ready for October and kind of changing things and get ready for the next bid opening,
Okay.
which is early October. Also, of course, you've seen that one of the big things in here was we purchased electric, and that was 1.1, so out of that total. And also, depending on the approval of the Board of Works tonight on the pay application, it's in here tonight. Pending approval of the Board of Works on the pay application for the wastewater project. Just throw that out there. Any other questions or concerns about claims?
And there was one last minute, one came in for AT&T, I don't know if you.
Oh, okay, I
Or
didn't.
not, it was
Okay,
included in the packet.
okay.
I make a motion that we send them to the Board of Works for approval.
Councilman Emmons makes a motion to send the claims to the Board of Works for final approval.
Second.
Second by Councilman Campton, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, thank you. Okay, comments by members of the public other than what's on the agenda tonight? Okay, hearing none. We'll move to resolutions. We have one resolution. We have reading of resolution number 6-2023.
Make a motion to read that resolution.
Councilman Campton makes a motion to read the resolution. Second by Councilman Brown, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Tim?
Resolution number 6-2023, excuse me, a resolution authorizing the filing of an application with the Indiana Department of Transportation for a grant under section 5311, 5339 of the Federal Transit Act. Whereas the U.S. Department of Transportation is authorized to make grants to states through the Federal Transit Administration to support operating and capital assistance projects for non-urbanized public transportation systems under section 5311-5339 of the FTA Act as amended. And whereas the Office of Transit, Indiana Department of Transportation, has been designated by the governor to make section 5311, 5339 grants for public transportation projects. And whereas the contract for financial assistance will impose certain obligations upon the applicant, including the provision by it of the local share of project costs. Now therefore be it resolved by the City of Washington, Indiana, 1, that David Rhodes, Mayor, on behalf of the City of Washington, Indiana, is authorized to make the necessary certifications and assurances and be empowered to enter into an agreement with NDOT for the provision of rural public transportation services within the City of Washington, Daviess County, Indiana. Number 2, that the City of Washington Transit Department is authorized to execute and file an application on behalf of the City of Washington, Indiana with NDOT to aid in the financing of transit assistance projects pursuant to Section 5311 of the Federal Transit Act as amended. 3, that the City of Washington Transit Department is authorized to furnish such additional information as NDOT may require in connection with the application. And 4, that David Rhodes, Mayor of the City of Washington, Indiana, is authorized to execute grant contract agreements on behalf of the City of Washington, Indiana.
Okay, tonight we have Chuck Martindale here.
Good evening. It's that time of year again. Just like in the past, we're a little bit early this year because NDOT's wanting the application back in April rather than May or June, so here we are. NDOT has allocated for Washington Transit's operating expenses for, not capital, just operating expenses for 2024, $89,275 in federal funds and $28,522 in state public mass transportation funds, for a total of $117,797, basically $118,000 to reimburse the city for up to 75% of the operating expenses of Washington Transit for calendar year 2024. Basically, it's pretty well cut and dry. It has been this way for years, and the federal funds will reimburse 50% of the eligible operating expenses, and the state funds will reimburse up to 25%, or one-half the local share. The rest of the local share, 25%, will come from the Washington Transportation Fund, which is a separate tax levied on property in the city of Washington. Try to answer any questions like you may have any. So $118,000 to reimburse up to 75% of the operating expenses for Washington Transit for 2024.
Pretty much same as we do every year. Chuck's been 40 years.
Yeah. Actually, a little over 40 years.
Yeah,
I'll make a motion to approve.
okay.
I'll second it.
Councilman Kempton makes a motion to approve, and second by Councilman Gress. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Abstain.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. This resolution's adopted. All right, thank you, Chuck. Thanks for coming down and flying home for this. All right, Chuck. He just came in from Florida and he's going back Wednesday. Okay, moving on to ordinance. First ordinance, we have a final reading of ordinance number 6-2023.
I'll make a motion to read it by title only.
Okay, Councilman Shore makes a motion to read by title only. Second by Councilman Campton. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Tim?
Ordinance number 6-2023, an ordinance amending portions of Chapter 50 of the Washington Code of Ordinances regarding fees for electrical services.
Okay. Any questions on this? Comments? If not, can I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Councilman Campton makes a motion to approve.
Second.
Second by Councilman Shorter. All, roll call vote.
Lunsford is absent. Councilman Brown?
Aye.
Councilman Gress?
Aye.
Councilman Campton?
Aye.
Councilman Emmons?
Aye.
Councilman Dahl?
Aye.
Councilman Showalter?
Aye.
Okay, all right, this ordinance is adopted. Next, we have final reading of ordinance number 7-2023.
Make a motion to read that by title only.
Councilman Campton makes a motion to read by title only.
Second.
Councilman Brown seconds, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Tim?
Ordinance number 7-2023, an ordinance adopting an amended economic development rider.
Okay, questions, concerns? Okay, this is, I say, emphasis rider for them, for us, so can I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
All right,
Second.
Councilman Campton makes a motion to approve, second by Councilman Emmons. Roll call vote, please.
Councilman Lunsford is absent. Councilman Brown?
Aye.
Councilman Gress?
Aye.
Councilman Campton?
Aye.
Councilman Emmons?
Aye.
Councilman Dahl?
Aye.
Councilman Showalter?
Aye.
All right, this ordinance will be adopted. Okay, next we have a reading of final ordinance of 8-2023.
Make a motion to read that ordinance by
Okay.
title only.
Councilman Campton makes a motion to read by title only,
Second.
and Councilman Emmons seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Tim?
Ordinance number 8-2023, an ordinance adjusting user fees for East Side Park facilities and amending section 96 .27 of the Washington Code of Ordinances.
Questions, concerns? All right, hearing none.
Make a motion to approve.
Councilman Campbell makes a motion to approve. Second by Councilman Showalter. Roll call vote, please.
Councilman Lunsford is absent. Councilman Brown?
Aye.
Councilman Gress?
All right.
Councilman Campton?
Aye.
Councilman Emmons?
Aye.
Councilman Dahl?
Aye.
Councilman Showalter?
Aye.
Okay, all right, that ordinance will be adopted. Next one, we have final reading of ordinance 9-2023.
I'll make a motion to read that
Okay,
ordinance by
Councilman
title
Campbell makes
only.
a motion, read by title only. Do you have a second?
Seconded.
Second by Councilman Showalter, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Tim?
Ordinance number 9-2023, an ordinance amending ordinance number 25-2022.
Any questions, comments on this ordinance? Hearing none, can I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Councilman Campbell makes a motion to approve.
Second.
Second by Councilman Brown. Roll call vote, please.
Councilman Lunsford is absent. Councilman Brown?
Aye.
Councilman Gress?
Aye.
Councilman Campton?
Aye.
Councilman Emmons?
Aye.
Councilman Dahl?
Aye.
Councilman Showalter?
Aye.
Okay, this ordinance will be adopted. Okay,
Can't take back retroactively on February 18th, because that's when we
yes, on this one, yes.
started.
Yes, retroactive, yes. February 18th is the date on that, yes.
I'm gonna pass these around.
Okay.
If you'll sign them, how you voted on each one on the last page.
Okay. All right. Okay, other business.
They
We'll
got a
go-
spot for me, Beth, on the transit abstain.
Yeah, you just write abstain on it.
We'll move on. I got one thing, I'll go ahead and touch base on the other business. We had this come up, we had Bill Dobson presented this last meeting, but I just wanted, and they didn't ask us to bring it up, but I'm just, council, the YMCA donation, and if you guys still wanna consider that and think about it, that's fine. I just wanted to see if that's, if you had any
I mean,
wishes on that.
where would that come from?
Well,
I mean, did we look at anything?
I think, shouldn't come, because it's fundraiser, it's a little different than what we do in edit. I don't know, I feel like, I don't think we want to take that from edit. And we looked,
It's a donation.
yeah, it's a donation instead of,
Ask some questions on that.
but I think we looked and we really don't have a lot
So
of,
it's a donation versus what did we do, what do we consider what we did with Powerhouse?
we took that out of ARPA. We took that out of ARPA.
And I really,
So,
I
Yeah.
think we're able to do that, but I'm not.
Yeah, we need to
But
look, we
did
need,
we not agree to do it only if we could take it out of there? Am I mistaken on that?
it might have been.
we passed it.
Yeah, it might have been passed that way, yes. And we need to look at that, but yeah, that was kind of
For the
different.
classification, doesn't matter if it's a donation versus on that ARPA? I mean, this is a building project with YMCA also.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
same-
yeah.
To me, it's the same scenario.
I
Yeah,
don't know, Darren, I just went with what Darren, he looked it up and he said it could come out of that. So I don't know.
Oh, we're talking about, being the YMCA.
No, I'm saying that's the only
no,
reason.
Darren said that.
Not about the why, but about
Oh.
the,
Oh.
power.
Oh, yeah.
How about if I find out?
Yeah, and I just brung it up just to
Well, we need to
see.
give them an answer. once
Yeah,
we-
yeah, they're good. They haven't asked yet, but
Council, would that be soon enough?
Yeah.
they did go to the county and ask for theirs, but I haven't heard anything on that either, what they've decided.
Well, the county council hasn't met since.
I don't think, the commissioners, I think,
Commissioners
pushed it to, yeah, they
Recommended
pushed it to the council, and I think they might meet Wednesday?
this week, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so anyway, okay, yeah, I just wanted to bring it up. That was just
But
something we had
we're
left on the
considering
table.
that a donation and not a,
Grant?
Yes, and that can't, yeah, that wouldn't be a grant.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't know.
There was
Building
a
project.
distinction question about the, money that's going to be downtown design. It's gonna have to
Well,
be an agreement signed. for
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
And
downtown
It is coming out.
Discover Downtown Washington.
Yeah, it had to be contractual rather than
Right.
donation, yeah.
Right.
So-
It is actually a grant rather than.
Yeah, and we're gonna have
donation.
an agreement between us and that organization, between us and the city for that money, for that $20,000.
I'm just trying to.
Yeah.
wrap my head
Oh, I
around
know. I just wanted to bring it up
Good
because.
luck.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
because, I mean, we do that every year in budget time, we give, are we saying that's in lieu of their utilities or what? How we do that?
Some of them.
Some of them,
Budget, and
little
it's
league.
not a Board of Public Works, and it's
Yeah.
actually for the services that they provide to our citizens for. That's how it's actually.
Kinda like the
worded.
YMCA would do?
Well, why is in there?
I know, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Our house is in there.
Why is in there?
Senior services and
Yeah.
Little League and
Little League,
soccer
yeah.
and, yeah.
RSVP, yeah, yeah.
We always passed it like it was, because
But I
we
think
can't give them a discount on their electric, but we were,
where we give those
We
out
knock
every
off.
year out of that, there's only so much in there though. We just appropriate so much. We don't budget
every
extra though, do we?
time.
Yeah,
No.
we just,
budget
so
what we're
much.
gonna get,
Yeah,
right?
right. But we can, something to think about, we could, we could put it on the agenda next meeting. I just want to bring it up to your attention and see if you guys had any thoughts or could,
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You know,
okay. Yeah, I just want,
We'll
that's,
figure it out.
Figure it out.
Actually, we'll talk to the state board and we'll let them figure it out.
that's always assigned, the first one.
yeah, I got a place in the back one too. I didn't sign that one, but I do have one. Yeah.
It'll make its way back here.
Yeah, hey, I'll get it, I'll get it. Other than, that's all I had.
Just one on each of these, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, how you voted on it. Yes or no?
anybody in the audience got anything else for the board, the city council tonight? Okay, hearing nothing. Councilman Gress, you got anything for us tonight?
It was a really nice groundbreaking.
Yeah. Yeah, and I appreciate the attendance. Attendance it was good. I didn't ask, but, ones that could make it, and it's fine. But we had good, state and, county, had a good crowd,
Good crowd.
except for one. But yeah, it was good. It was all good. I appreciate it. It's gonna be a great project. I think when it's all said and done, everybody will see the value in it. And I appreciate the council's backing on that. That's, project too. Anything else? Councilman Dahl?
Just good luck on the Washington Golden Pride wins. Did well in state for the first year competing.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, they did good. They gave I participated in the disability ball game the other night. They gave a little presentation at that. It's a great organization, and when that band director takes everything very serious. They do a great job. All right. Anything else, Councilman Shore?
That's it.
Councilman Brown?
I'm good.
Councilman Campton?
Have you looked into the rental agreement anymore?
Yes, we're gonna be talking, yes, we have looked into that. It's gonna be easier to go ahead on the ordinances, and we're taking those steps to go ahead and looking at those ordinances, get that done. That rental, inspection is gonna be a little bit different, gonna be a little bit more to it than get it done, but yeah, we got the, building commissioners looking at that last presentation. We got Bloomington's, I don't know what our next steps are. We have to come up with that,
Yeah, but I'd like to
ordinance.
discuss it when you get it, because there is a few things in
yeah.
there.
Yeah, we're gonna form a
really-
committee on that. Now, the other ones, we figure it's easier to, move forward on the ordinances without having to do all the committees as much. But we're gonna, I got everybody in line except for and Councilman Dahl gave some recommendations, which I appreciate that very much. The Realtor, representative, and, and the construction rep, I haven't got together, those two, but I got everybody else, down, who I think would be good for that committee, and then report back to this board. So Jonathan thought we could,
I'd
get
kinda like
those
to hear
ordinance.
from John too, to see.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
What manpower.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I've heard how Bloomington has done it and things, but, we gotta have the fire chief in on that committee too, and, I mean, we've talked about this for years. and-
I think it's a
could be.
great,
be a great
it's just
thing.
manpower, and I don't think it's gonna solve Charlie's problems. Well, I'm
Not
just,
completely.
but I think everybody needs a safe place, to rent.
Yeah.
You know.
So, I don't know, we're gonna keep working on that. I talked to Jonathan Day on it, and, I said, let's move forward and get those
I didn't
ordinances
know if you was
done.
just if you were dropping it or. If you
No,
you know.
no, I mean, we've talked about, I think it has value, but, let's look at it and see how we can do it, and, it does be a lot of work. I mean, before, we couldn't do anything unless we made ourselves into the, fire department made itself into the department and seen what we seen, and then we could report it to other people, but we couldn't just go
Right.
knocking on the door and ask to come in and see their place, but,
We have sent, in the past, we've had complaints from, tenants
Yeah.
about the safety of the electric and things like that, and I know,
And you have sent
and
people in,
we've sent
yes.
the building commissioner and sent a letter to, usually an out-of-town landlord.
yeah. I mean, yeah, we did that, and that's people that was living in those conditions
Right.
that was actually complaining about the landlord they was paying rent to.
Right.
It's a touchy situation. Back when I was fire chief, me and the building commissioner at the time had shut down one or two places, but, getting in the door to start with, and, the old H&R Block building, we shut that down because it wasn't, suitable to live in, so we got it shut down back in the day and, got it tore down. So, we're trying to figure out what's our next move on that. I mean, and getting the committees there. So I'm looking for representatives of those two different, organizations. Not sure who we can get to represent those two, and then see if we can get a committee together and report back and see how we can move forward.
Okay.
Okay, I
Thank you.
appreciate it, thank you. Councilman Emmons.
Thank you to you and the wastewater for fixing the two sinkholes that I told you about.
I didn't realize the one till you brought that one up, I didn't know about that one. And I guess it had been going for a while, it's been there for a while, and so has the one that we took care of up the alley on,
But
between
they've got both
11th
of them
and
taken care
off 11th Street. We got both of those done recently, and, both of those had a little age on them, and I didn't realize that either one of them was sitting there like that. So I appreciate anytime you see something, bring it to me, cause sometimes I don't know about them, and, that's a perfect example.
One of them was an orange barrel, and you could see about this much of it.
Yeah.
One of them orange barrels.
We still have the one on First Street over
Yeah, we got that one up first, and, see if we can
there.
get,
That metal plate's.
make some headway on that one, cause I told, Roger, and so we're trying to make that, and I'll put that on there, so yeah, appreciate it, thank you. Beth,
I don't have anything.
Tim, you got anything?
I do not.
I have one other thing, I wanted to mention, and just briefly, that, April 13th down at French Lick, Debbie sent another email out, we're getting a, award for the community on the rise. It's coming from ROI, and, I think it might be the first time they've done this particular award, but, they're gonna recognize us for some of the stuff we've done, and you guys at the council is number one behind that, because, we can't do the things without the council being on board. So, if anybody can make it down there, it's at 9 o'clock session instead of the 12:30 session, so, somewhere during that 9 to noon range, they're gonna have this award presentation, and, they're gonna come and do a video, with some people here in Davis County, including myself, here next week, and then we'll have that, present that and show that video, and they'll give that award to us. So I'm glad that some of the things I came into office to do is try to move this city forward, and housing and the highway project, which we'll get there, and then the commons and the pickleball courts that we built, helped build. It's just part of what we're trying to do, and I appreciate what you guys done to help back me on some of these projects. So if anybody, I think Nita's going to go down, Debbie's going to go down. So, but it's just kind of the presentation probably won't last long, but I just thought I'd throw it out there and give you the opportunity. If you want to go, everybody's welcome. Bryant will be there from EDC, of course. And that's all I got. Anybody else? At last call for anybody else got anything for the board, the council tonight? All right, hearing none, this means adjourned. Board of Public Works and Safety in 5 minutes. Thank you. call the meeting to order, the Board of Public Works and Safety, March 27, 2023. First, we have the approval of the minutes of the March 13, 2023 regular meeting in front of you tonight. Any questions, concerns about the minutes?
I'll move to approve the minutes.
Okay, Councilwoman Ash makes a motion to approve the minutes as written. Councilman Dahl seconds, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Discussion approval of the claims submitted tonight that brought forward to you. Any questions, concerns about the claims tonight?
I move we approve them.
Okay, Councilman Dahl makes a motion to approve the claims.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Ash seconds, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Next, we have discussion approval of request from the Catholic Community of Washington to close Northeast First Street from the First Baptist Church parking lot to Heffernan Street and Northeast Second Street, on Northeast Second, from Heffernan to Flora, which in Heffernan from Northeast First and Northeast Second to Northeast Second on Saturday, June 3rd, and Sunday, June 4th for their annual summer social. I don't think, I was looking here when I read that, I think it's the same streets that we've always shut down. I don't think there's anything different. The one that comes from Walnut to the parking lot, or well, to Heffernan, next to the church. I think they're all the same as the street closures that we had in the past. A lot of time, well, Randy's, oh yeah, we do, yes, we do have a representative here from,
I'm Scott Brown.
yes.
We're just wanting to close the Heffernan Street just north of the middle school and high school, and then Northeast Second Street just west of the elementary school. Same as we have for
Yeah.
the last several years.
So First Street from the Baptist parking lot to Heffernan, is that still needed?
No, we're just gonna close the Heffernan
Okay. All right. Any questions or anything on this? We have got their waivers already signed and we received them back.
I move we approve them.
Okay, Councilman
I'll
Dahl makes a
second.
motion to approve this request, and Councilwoman Ash seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you. Appreciate you coming in. And then we have another request. We have discussion approval request from Bill Dobson Ford to close South Street from Meridian Street West to Northwest Third, and Southwest First Street from Main to South, and Southwest Second Street from Main to South to the railroad tracks for the annual Customer Appreciation Car Show on Saturday, June 10th. And same, I don't think we have anybody from Bill Dobson here tonight. We have got their waiver in, signed, and put back in. It's the same request they've been doing for many years. Fire, we never really had any issues down there. I mean, police department knows about it. I don't think, you guys are okay. We don't really have any issues on, so.
Yeah, I'll move to approve it.
All right, Councilwoman Ash makes a motion to approve this request, and Councilman Dahl seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, that request is granted. And last thing we got on the agenda, on the Board of Works, we have discussion approval of pay application number 2 from Mitchell and Starks Construction Incorporated for the wastewater treatment plant improvement project, and Scott Seipel's here with Midwestern to, if you have any, to
Did you have a copy? I didn't
explain.
see a copy of that.
But here, it's, here, if you wanna look at that. Scott?
Just a quick review, this is pay application number 2 for the project. The total project amount, including change orders, was $1,565,833 even. The work completed and stored to date is $378,929.55. The amount due for this pay application, removing retainage, was $317,254.45. The majority of this pay application is for stored materials. They have a majority of the stored materials to get the SBR system back online. Those materials are being stored in a combination of places. Some of them are being stored at the plant themselves, or at the plant. Mitchell and Stark has some of that equipment stored at their shop, and some of the electronic components that are going with the SCADA system are being stored at Maxim Automation, who is the SCADA installer. They did provide photographic evidence that those materials are being or have been delivered and are stored. That was something we talked about with the length of time it's taken to get some of those materials. Instead of them moving all the way down here to send the materials, they've just stored them. So we agreed with them to, as long as they provided photographic evidence that they had those materials, we would go ahead and approve that. There has been a little bit of work at the plant. I know the city has got the conduits in for the fiber optic loop and for the new primary feed for electrical. I was out prior to this meeting and walked the site with Dirk, and that conduit looks really good installed. Handholds and pedestals need to be installed, but that will happen when the fiber optic gets put in. Is there any questions about the pay application?
What's our schedule on the SBR?
At our last progress meeting, they are scheduled to come out within the next month or two. Their contract has them going till later in the year.
October.
I think substantial completion is in September or October.
October, yeah.
I remember the date off the top of my head.
Yeah, it's October
But it's
something.
October because of lead time on equipment. But I did contact them and kind of stress, hey, if you can move us up, if you can move that up in the schedule to get that back running, that would be ideal.
Yeah, and Dirk has, because SBRs, we can get those up and going, even with the electrical system we have today, they can upgrade the electrical later, but we asked them, and we probably need to touch base with them again, ask them to give us a rough schedule to us, even if it, so we kind of get an idea, and we haven't, I don't think, got that yet, but.
Yeah, we have requested schedule.
Yeah.
And have not seen
We should.
one in writing yet. That is correct.
And, it would help everybody just get a better idea of possibly when they might be here. We've had a couple of them, come, and there's somebody out there today even, doing some work. I mean, I think, not even the ones not on the pumps, but there was some, I think.
Yeah, there has been work. Aqua Aerobics has come out and did some of the PLC work on the system.
Have they demoed all the old stuff?
When I looked, it didn't appear that everything had been demoed, but some of it had been changed out. And I know I talked with Dirk today, they were doing it that they could only do so much since the system was not operating. They couldn't dial it in, so they're gonna come back when the valves and all the diffuser assemblies get changed.
Okay.
Any other questions
good.
for Scott? No, I appreciate coming in and explaining that. I think with those two pay application 1 and 2, if it correct me, I think that leaves a balance of like 1.165 or something like that.
Total contract remaining is $1,205,849.93.
Okay, very good. Okay, all right, I appreciate coming in.
Okay. Do you want a motion on that? We already
Yeah.
approved it.
Well, yeah, I think we'll put it, because we said pending on our approval tonight, that we'll pay the bill.
I'll second.
Okay, Councilman, I'll make some motion to approve this pay application. Councilwoman Ash seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, anybody now that's got anything else with the Board of Works tonight? Hearing none. Anita, you got anything else for us
I
tonight?
do not.
David?
I do not.
Tim?
I do not.
Beth? All right, hearing nothing else, this means adjourned. Thank you.